Yo. Welcome to another Ideas video podcast. Oh, excuse me. Why do I always do that? See, that's just my interest that I do for the excuse me. Let's start that over. Yo. Welcome to a live edition of the JefeCast on May. Oh, shucks. Is it May? No, March. Lord, let's black the screen out. Do it again. Yo. Welcome to a live edition of the JefeCast on March the 28th, 2021. Woo, only took 3 takes. See, this is what I get when you don't use post-production and you just go straight in live. You just get all your F-ups right on screen so everybody can see and laugh, maybe with me or at me. Which one? Hopefully it's with me. How are you? Hopefully you're having a great... Is it still raining? Man, it was raining real hard maybe 30 seconds ago, and now it's nothing. Interesting. But hopefully you're having a great weekend. Today's Sunday, right? Man, I tell you, when you work these overnight, is today Tuesday? I don't even know. How are you? Are you doing good? You see that background? My little brother made this, man. Shout out Dominique. I told him that I will start paying him to make me backgrounds until I basically master the art of doing that. But to get he does a lot of this type of artwork and stuff and makes videos and stuff. I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to get him some exposure, trying to build his confidence. And if that means spending $20 for a background or for a couple of, Photoshop pictures for thumbnails, so be it. Need to build this guy's confidence. Just showing him he has some skills. And he did this in like 4 or 5 minutes, probably less than that. I just was like, man, export it. I was like, export it and send it to me. And I was like, I got to go. So he did it really quick. I need to get his information on here. Check him out, man. Little brother, Dominique. But yeah, it's been a crazy week for everybody. I'm trying to think before I get into the podcast and get into the show. What I'm thinking about doing is changing the format. I'm always trying to make this more, I don't want to say professional, but I wanted to have a certain setup. So I'm thinking maybe Mondays I'll do my ideas. I'll do my JefeCast, which would be like the podcast for the entire week until the next week, gather all the headlines throughout the week. It might be my longest podcast. So, usually I go around an hour. If I gather a week's worth of headlines, it might go into around 2 hours. But hopefully y'all stick with me if I could bring in some good quality topics and some fun with that. So I'm thinking Mondays, I want to do the JefeCast. And like Wednesdays and Fridays, those would be like the Ideas video podcast where I would have my special guest. If I don't have a special guest in those days, I want to reignite the Jefe Files, which I will be dropping a new Jefe Files this week on interracial couples. So that should be fun. Get into that. And I want to bring back. I still want to drop my sports stuff, and so all that stuff is coming. But I'm gonna try to set these dates up so that, like, for the people that want to hear certain or see certain things, or those dates they won't just be all over the place. There'll be specific dates with specific times, and I'll try to stick to that schedule. So hopefully I can. Go ahead and check me out. If you're not watching on YouTube and you're watching on Facebook, go ahead really quickly. Run on over to Facebook. Type in Ideas Podcast. Subscribe, like, follow, share, comment, something. Holla at your boy. We're trying to get this off the ground. So I'm really gonna be switching some stuff up in the coming weeks with this podcast. Random, but I just want to throw these up here because I thought they were possibly the worst looking shoe I've seen since maybe Kobe's silver robot Terminator RoboCop looking boot. Man, those are some ugly Yeezys. The Yeezy foam RNR moon gray and sand. What are those? It looked like somebody took a block of Swiss cheese and just like put some rubber soles on them, and was like, put a little what's the little the junk for the foot. This is the worst shoe I've ever seen by far. That is a very ugly shoe. That's not really newsworthy, but I had seen it and I was like, wow, they sent me an email. They sent me an email. StockX sent me an email for that shoe. StockX, don't do that again. I do not like that shoe. It's very ugly. Okay. Thank you. Moving on. Hey, let's get to it now. Bow. Doesn't killed as many. Excuse me. I said as many. Doesn't killed as Army opens fire on protesters during deadliest day. That's crazy. So I don't want to say this wrong. Hold on. I'm up here. These apps all have ads now. Can you move? I'm doing something. Rude. All right. So it says Myanmar. I don't know how to Myanmar. Coup dozens killed as army opens fires on protesters during deadliest day. It says dozens of people have been killed by security forces in Myanmar. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. On the deadliest day since last month's military takeover of the country. More than 90 deaths, including children, were confirmed by the Assistance Association for Political Prisoners, AAPP, monitoring the monitoring group. They are killing us like birds or chickens, even in our homes. Resident Thu Yao Za. Thu Ya Za. Thu Ya Zhao. All right, you get the point. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get his name right. Told Reuters news agency in the central town of Myingyang. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to pronounce these Asian Pacific. I'm sorry. We will keep protesting regardless. The lethal crackdown came as protesters defied warnings and took to the streets on the annual Armed Forces Day. So it says US, UK, and EU officials condemned the violence, with British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab calling it a new low. The AAPP say the death toll was continuing to rise. The latest violence took the number killed in the suppression of protests in Myanmar since the 1st of February is now more than 400. There is the writing of this is. So apparently the military seized control of Southeast Asian country. Oh, excuse me. Seized control of the makes a difference. Southeast Asian country after an election with Aung San Suu Kyi. That's a long. Aung San Suu Kyi's Nationals League of Democracy, NLD party won by a landslide. So apparently what's happening on the streets is the protesters gathered across Myanmar, also known as Burma, on Saturday. State TV aired an announcement the previous evening saying people should learn from the tragedy of earlier ugly deaths, that you can be in danger of getting shot to the head and back. That's terrible. That's actually very scary. You would not want to walk out your house. Security forces were out in strength trying to prevent rallies. Images shared on social media show people with gunshot wounds and families mourning. Wow, I mean, I understand showing images, but showing people actually with bullet holes, and that's a little graphic. That almost takes me back to when rest in peace Kevin Rice. Kevin Rice had passed away. He had tried to well, he didn't try, he actually did. His son was in the street, and he had caught his son and grabbed his son and threw him out the way, and Kevin was hit by a car. Kevin had died there at the scene, and I don't know why anybody, and if you do this for anybody who passes away, don't do it again. They posted a picture of Kevin dead in the street on Facebook. And that's kind of what, when I read this saying that they share pictures of people with gunshot wounds, and that's not a way to honor somebody's death. And immediately people was asking for them to pull that picture down of Kevin. You should never show somebody in that type of capacity. It's a massacre. It's not a crackdown anymore. Violent crackdowns using live ammunition were reported in more than 40 locations across the country. So in the main city, Yangon, gunshots were fired at the U.S. Cultural Center on Saturday. The U.S. Embassy said those shots caused no injuries. So, I mean, then again to the deaths, and this a 1-year-old girl was hit in the eye with a rubber bullet. A 5-year-old boy is fighting for his life after being shot in the head by the security forces. Across the country, children are amongst the injured and the dead in the bloodiest days since the coup on the 1st of February. 14-year-old Pan E. Fu's mother says she rushed to close all the doors when she heard the military coming down the street, but she wasn't fast enough. A moment later, she was holding her daughter's blood-soaked body. So, people just keep the people in your prayers. I know we don't know these people. I know, you probably can have your own stuff going in your life, but we don't have the military coming down our streets and killing our kids and killing each other right in our face. This is terrible to read. And it goes on, and I will go in the comments afterwards. And if you care to, I will add the link. I should have put it in beforehand, but I'll add the link to the story. We do have it pretty good in America for all intents and purposes. Yes, we do have our crap, racism, sexism, everything, violence, hatred. We do have it, but we don't have the government yet coming down our streets and killing us. And the people that's supposed to protect you are the ones that's we already deal with that with a small percentage of our police departments and police officers who shoot innocent people all the time. But that's a small comparison to a actual military force. That's terrifying. So keep them in your prayers. Just really sorry to hear something like that. I saw this piece from the Undefeated, and the title had grabbed my eyes. NBA players have a responsibility to black people when it comes to the vaccine. Why? Who says that? See, that's the problem. You give these people way too much power than they're afforded. Why do you feel that NBA players have a responsibility to black people when it comes to the vaccine? Why? So let's open this, because I don't understand that like I don't get it. I don't. So let's see what she writes. Or excuse me, it's a man, Martin Z. Johnson. I can see him. He's a black man. I really don't. It's a whole long article, but I want to. Okay. So. Okay. It's getting, they always get these long entrances. Let me get into it. It started over the summer when Dwight Howard and Michael Porter Jr. expressed concern about vaccines, even before Moderna's and Pfizer's formulas were approved by the Food and Drug Administration. What did I say about them last? Oh, yeah, the FDA. Those are the same people that approve GMO foods. So every time I hear somebody say that the FDA approves something, that's baseless. This is not a real claim to me. These are the same people that give us GMO foods. All right. So that doesn't mean anything to me. But to go on, in the last week, Golden State Warriors teammates Andrew Wiggins and Kent Bazemore both said they will not take the COVID-19 vaccine, or at least not soon in the case of Wiggins. But the main culprit has been Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James, who, when asked if he'd take the vaccine, said in early March, "That's a conversation that my family and I will have. Pretty much keep that to a private thing." Good job, because people already want to find a reason to hate people. Keep your personal ideologies and feelings to yourself. Medical decisions are, in fact, family matters. Not everyone should get the vaccine. Those with severe allergic reactions to other vaccines should avoid it, according to Yale Health. But in the case of James and the rest of the NBA, it's dangerous and borderline malfeasance for them to publicly question the efficacy of vaccines or decline to endorse getting them, even more so when it comes to African Americans and the ongoing health crisis. I just don't understand the correlation between the two, but I guess he'll explain. Let's see. Black people are hospitalized and die at a higher disproportionate rates from COVID-19 than white people. Data from the Kaiser Family Foundation shows that African Americans are now being shut out of the vaccine rollout as well. This creates a cocktail that places black people in dire circumstances that don't even include the normal racism and systematic oppression they face. Then he puts in parentheses. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack said Thursday that black farmers received just 0.1% of coronavirus relief funds under the previous administration. Saying the vaccine is a private thing is like saying the shooting of Trayvon Martin is a private thing. What? No, what is he talking about? Okay, let me keep reading. Or that the systematic disenfranchisement of black people is a private thing. Minimizing or not talking about taking the vaccine is just as dangerous as not taking it. But who are you to tell me or anybody else who feel as though that their personal physical body does not need to take this unproven, unchecked vaccine? I don't care what nobody has to say. Do your research before you put anything in your body. And if you do your research and after doing that research, you feel, no, I'm all with you feeling the way you feel after you've done your research. For you to tell people who it's their bodies that they make millions of dollars using at the tip top physical peak of condition, they don't want to put something that's alien to them in their body. For you to tell them that it's you have to do it for their black heart. No, you lost me. Completely lost me with that. Okay. A time comes, Martin Luther King Jr. said, when silence is betrayal. Well, good job for sliding that in there. The thing is, before I keep reading on, it's like, this is your personal opinion. This is you telling us your inner thoughts of how you feel about the vaccine. Why do you feel like your word is any more important than my own word that I feel? If you feel that you need a vaccine, then get your vaccine. But to sit here and tell players that already have enough pressure on them in general, now you're putting a whole another stack of pressure on them. And then to compare it to Trayvon Martin being shot, and then you throw in a Martin Luther King sweet little comment, a time comes when silence is betrayal. What are you talking about? Silence is betrayal because you're not telling people what's really in this damn vaccine. Oh, yeah. Why are you being silent about what's in the vaccine? You see, y'all keep saying it's all these proteins and photons and protons. Yeah, whatever. Save it. Tell me the truth. Because I've literally went and watched people, doctors, who have been working on the vaccine, break down what was in the vaccine, the properties, the stuff that was in it. And I'm just telling you from what this doctor was reading. He was over in British Columbia, over in, I want to say UK, maybe, one of those. He broke it down and said what was inside these vaccines, at least the vaccination that they was working on over there. It's no good. No good. I wish I can pull it up. I got so many videos in my YouTube. It might have been taken down, but I'll try to find it. This one person speaking for all the NBA players. It's unfair to place the responsibility of vaccine education on the players, as I just said. But yet you're still pushing that on. The previous administration, Congress, and even the NBA itself have failed in their roles as societal arbiters. But when NBA players rightfully took up the mantle of speaking for all black people this past summer in the wake of killing of George Floyd, they unknowingly or not agreed to be the face of all black issues going forward. Black lives cannot truly matter to a person if they refuse to support vaccines for a disease that has killed nearly 80,000 black people in a year's time. It's This is why people are so confused when it comes to the vaccine. Here we go again. You're comparing police brutality and killing, kneeling on a man's neck, to getting a vaccination. Is there cause for pause? Am I wrong for saying that? What the hell is this man talking about? You're trying to compare NBA players should you're saying NBA players need to have a responsibility to speak up on the vaccination. Hold up. hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me read this again. It's unfair because I had just said it's unfair for them to basically put this responsibility on players. They already have enough. It's unfair to place the responsibility of vaccine education on the players. The previous administration, Congress, and even the NBA itself has failed in their roles as societal arbiters. But when NBA players rightfully took up the mantle of speaking for all black people this past summer in the wake of the killing of George Floyd, how is it speaking up for all black people? They were just speaking up. And I mean, like, they were speaking up. What was done was injustice. They were speaking up for it. Like, I mean, really? We're going to compare a vaccination to to that type of situation? It's just almost baffling to me. You can't compare the two. This is apples and watermelons. What are you talking about? They unknowingly or not agreed to be the face of all black issues going forward. Black lives cannot truly matter to a person if they refuse to support vaccines for a disease that's killed nearly 80,000 black people in a year's time. I just don't agree with what his stance. This isn't all on the black players either. Gordon Hayward, JJ Redick, and Pat Connaughton need to be out there imploring their communities to get the vaccine as well. Why does anybody need to implore us to do anything? We are sound of, we can think for ourselves. Like the fact that y'all think that that's the problem. That's the problem with society. Y'all put all these eggs in these celebrities' baskets and these sports athletes' baskets. I don't care what they have to say. I don't care what Michael Jordan personally feels about vaccinations. I'm a fan of his basketball play. I don't care what Lil Wayne, how he feels about his political views. I don't care about that. I listen to the music. See, they want you to care about these people in this big grand fashion. No, they're just people. They're just guys who could do something better than most people. And I'm supposed to just take their word because they're in the spotlight and run with it. That's the issue. That's why there's so many lost people now, because you watch everything on TV and mimic it. Oh, my favorite rapper's a dummy, so let me be a dummy. Oh, my favorite rapper talk about trapping and killing, so let me be a trapper and a murderer. Oh, let me, like, what? No, bro, get them out for your own, bro. Get for real. Like, I definitely push that on my daughter all the time. Think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, be your own leader. I don't care if you make the wrong decision, long as you make that decision. You made it. Going on any further, it says, for James in particular, outwardly stating that he received a vaccine or planned to would be the greatest thing he has ever done. Greater than any made basket, any championship won, any school open or voting rights campaign spearheaded. I think the opinions and actions of trusted sports icons can make a difference in encouraging their fans to get the vaccine. My thing is, you don't need to encourage anybody. If people trust in what you're doing, they will go to it. It's the fact that people don't trust what you're doing because of stuff like Tuskegee experiment, because of so many so many stories of government lying to the people. Obviously, it would be stupid to just because your favorite celebrity says get the vaccine and get the vaccine. I'm sorry. I just think that's dumb. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions. I'll also upload this into the comment because y'all need to read this. I need to read the rest of it because he's gonna get me worked up. If I read this any longer, we're gonna go an hour just off of this because I do not agree with anything he has said. Twitter reacts to Ronda Rousey. Not news I was prepared for. So apparently, I knew I liked Ronda Rousey for a reason. I knew it was a reason. Apparently, my girl, she has some black in her. And I don't mean like she's dating a black man. She literally has a grandfather or a great grandfather who is black. Let's see. Former UFC superstar Ronda Rousey was suddenly trending on Twitter in the United States on Friday. And it wasn't because she's making a UFC comeback. I hope not, because that's my girl. And those last two butt whippings she took was too hard for me to watch. Instead, Rousey's name was trending on social media after news broke that the 34-year-old Rousey's great grandfather was Dr. Alfred Waddell, one of the first black physicians in North America. While that isn't exactly a new revelation, many people on the internet were just finding out about Rousey's heritage for the first time. So there's a bunch of reactions. I meant to put the picture of him up with her, but awesome. I knew I liked her. I knew I did. Oh, Ronda Rousey. That's my girl. That's definitely my girl. That's what I'm saying, man. You never know. You never know what's in that bloodline, shawty, while y'all walking around here hating black people and hating Asians and hating Spanish and hating yourself. You know, you could be a part of this. You could be a piece of us. Just a little nudge, a little corner crumb or something. But I mean, hey, it's funny. In Minnesota, this is perfect. In Minnesota, 89 fully vaccinated people tested positive for COVID-19. Officials explain why that's not alarming. You see how they always take control of the narrative? What are you talking about? 89 people was vaccinated and still test positive. And you jump on in the media. Oh, it's supposed to be like that. We have an answer. Let's see what the answer is. The Minnesota Department of Health said this week that 89 people tested positive for COVID-19 after being fully vaccinated, but officials aren't overly worried about that number. The department revealed this week that 89 people tested. How many times are you going to say that? So saying that all over again. I don't know what this is, CARE 11, per CARE 11, a small number of those cases required hospitalizations. Officials said the number may sound alarming, but the officials say more than 800,000 people in Minnesota have received full vaccinations against COVID-19, so the number testing positive is rather small. Do you see how they control it, bruh? Oh, it's cool that 800,000 people, yeah, they're good. But the 89, I'm not getting nothing until I have full facts of what you're putting in my body. And I watch a lot of what they're putting out on television. They're putting out a lot of transhumanism. They're putting out a lot of chimeras, meaning they're putting foreign DNA into people. And no, you're not going to put foreign anything in me. You're not going to put a little bit of cat in there, a little bit of snake tongue. None of that. I want a full breakdown of what's in here. If I'm not going to get it, I don't want it. And I'm just going to be honest with you, knock on wood. I've never had the flu. I've never had any of these things. I just am a healthy guy and I take care of myself. And I'm not in everybody's face. And that's pretty much it. I stay to myself. I stay with my family. That's it. And when I do go out, I'm protecting myself. That's just crazy that, So here they go. Dr. Hannah Lichtenson, an internal medicine doctor with Hennepin Healthcare, said no vaccine can provide 100% immunity. The efficacy, she said, is based on every individual's immune system. Man, that's how I feel without the vaccine. My immune system can hold its own. Oh man, I don't know what you believe in, but I believe that the body that I'm housing has been created to fight diseases and fight certain sicknesses and illnesses. Now, we're talking cancer, that's different. I get you. But, I don't. It's just funny to see the people that's telling you, get the vaccine, get the vaccine, get the vaccine. Now people are testing positive after getting the vaccine, and they're like, well, out of 800,000, 100 people still text, the numbers are small. It's cool. And then the lady come out and say, well, no vaccine is 100%. Oh, then what the hell are you making? Are you twisting my arm to get for it? If it's going to leave me with that percentage to still get it, then I just might as well go with my own immune system, like I have been for 30 years. And guess what? I'm still, let me pinch myself. I'm still alive. I've never had the flu. Knock on wood. I've never had none of these things. Just saying, bro. Like people, let's see what else you got to say. Some people may not mount enough of a response to the vaccine so that they have that full level of protection that they can fight off the virus without any symptoms at all. She added, we don't know yet enough about if there are specific risk factors that make one person more likely than another to have a good response to this vaccine. So once again, you're still a test dummy. Go and look up Event 201. That's all I got to say. All right. Look up Event 201. You want your answers? Go ahead and check that out. You're still a test dummy. That's all I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's working for these people, but this small percentage over here, they're still dying. That's fine. Cool. Y'all, before y'all get any of these vaccines, just please, for yourself, if you have children, just do research. Just try to do something, even if they give you a bogus answer and you accept it. At least you tried to research it. Just don't be taking stuff because you just woke up and, I'm going to take it because my favorite Kevin Durant said, I'm going to get the vaccine, so I should get the vaccine. No, stupid. Think for yourself, please. I'm not calling you stupid. It's more like, Marlon Wayans, shut up, stupid. Like, it's just like a term of endearment. I'm endeared to you. Suicide bomb hits Palm Sunday, mass in Indonesia. 20 wounded. Guys, I mean, you can only hope for peace, but just to be honest, I don't think we're ever going to find peace in this world. What's funny before I get into this? You watch the Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. The first episode is called New World Order. I was like, wow, that's interesting. But the Flag Smashers, when the whole blip thing happened, they were like, their whole beef is like, the world without flags, the world without borders, one world, one people, one nation. I thought that was interesting. But anyways, that was just a sad thought. One world, no borders, one nation, no peace, all killing, death, destruction. Very sad. In Makassar, Indonesia, 2 attackers believed to be members of the militant network that pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group blew themselves up outside a packed Roman Catholic cathedral during a Palm Sunday Mass on Indonesia's Swahili Island, Sulawesi, some island, I'm sorry, wounding at least 20 people. Reverend Willimus Tillich, a priest at the Sacred Heart of Jesus Cathedral in Makassar, said he had just finished celebrating Palm Sunday Mass when a loud bang shocked his congregation. He said that the blast went off around 10:30 a.m. as a first batch of churchgoers was walking out of the church and then another group was coming in. He said security guards at the church were suspicious of two men on a motorcycle who wanted to enter the building, and when they went to confront them, one of the men detonated his explosive. I have some Thin Mints around here, so thanks, Mom. Oh, you can't see it because the box is green. Dang, that's cool though. I can see the background. Anyways, hold up. I want you to be jealous, so I have to show you. And I don't care if you don't like Thin Mints, but just know I got Girl Scout cookies and you don't. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Maybe I just see that's the box. I got. All right, anyways. So, you made me drop my cookies. If any of these are broken, I'm coming to your house tonight. And I'm getting my $4, and you're going to buy me another box. I want to eat one right now. I kind of want that, but I don't want to be on in front of the mic like. Y'all gonna be like, yo, I'm turning off of this channel because he over in this zone eating a whole meal. Yeah, you do a lot of talking, your mouth get dry. So, all right. Police later said both attackers were killed instantly, and evidence collected at the scene indicated one of the two was a woman. Whoa! The wounded included 4 guards and several churchgoers. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. They also say that they believe one of the attackers was believed to have links to a church bombing in the Philippines. Why bomb a church? Oh, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. You see that? I wasn't even gone 2 seconds. I love your patience. Speaking of books, this is gonna get let's get the tempo, the mood right, the situation. Let's dim the lights. Let's get this sexy. Where's my light thing? Anyways, so many years ago, I had this book. I keep talking about this book, and my mom threw my book out, and to this day, I still don't know. She threw out a couple of really good books, but she threw out this book, and it's one of my favorite books. I didn't get to finish reading it. So I recently went on Amazon, and I bought this book. And they told me that the book will be delivered between March 29th and April 2nd. So I go on today, and just to check and see when the book was going to be delivered. And they going to write me the book was delivered. Somebody take my book? Where is it? So I go out to the mailbox because I'm like, Amazon will leave my stuff at the door. They left everything else at the door. So let me go check it out. I'm all pissed off. And I go to the mailbox, and here it is, my book. So unveiling it, because I really just ripped the bottom as I'm sitting here with y'all. This amazing book. I finally got it back. God is Not One. Oh my goodness. Written by Stephen Prothero. Oh, I love this book. Oh man, it just goes over all the religions. Like, it's from Fullerton, California. Thank you. I love this book. I want to see. So they got Islam, Christianity, Confucianism, excuse me, Hinduism, Buddhism, Yoruba religion, Judaism, Daoism, and in those they go deep, man. They go deep, deep, deep. I cannot wait to read this. So sorry, that's just good book. God is Not One. Can't wait to read that. So where was I? But yeah, it's really sad that they're bombing. The reason why I even thought about that, they're bombing churches. Like, yo, we're still fighting over man-made. Like, religion is man-made, okay, and we're still in here fighting over like my favorite color. That's just how I feel when it comes to people getting upset over religion. My favorite Saw is Saw 2. My and your favorite Saw is Saw 3. And your favorite Saw is Saw what? And we hate each other because we have a difference in opinions. That is just that's just childish. Ignorance. How about we come to a table and talk about things? Compare and contrast. We don't all speak the same language. Our ancestors did not speak the same language that your ancestors of a different ethnic background spoke. So stories could have been told, or the stories are deciphered and taken a different way, or written a different way, but it could be the same characters. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you could literally be on the same page with this guy, but because there's different names on the, oh, I'm Muslim, I'm Christian, your button heads, dude. The only real difference between Muhammad and Jesus is that Muhammad was about, he was like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Basically, Malcolm X is like, no, we're going to go get that with force. Martin Luther King is like, we're going to do it with peace. That's the only real difference. The stories are very close, but I digress. The attack a week before Easter in the world's most populous Muslim majority nation came as the country was on high alert following December's arrest of the leader of the Southeast Asian militant group, Jamaah Islamiyah, which has been designated a terror group by many nations. Indonesia has been battling militants since bombings on the resort island of Bali in 2002 killed 202 people. They've been fighting for almost 20 years. That's crazy. I'm just rereading to make sure it does say since. They've been fighting for 19 years. They killed 202 people, mostly foreign tourists. So thanks for ruining my my little trip. I see a lot of my friends, they posting pictures, y'all traveling, y'all, in Miami, y'all all over. I still got my trip to Vegas. I have not moved to even want to pick a date yet. Not ready yet. It's too much craziness going on, man. Miami Beach. You already seen what happened there last week. People getting murdered, people being raped, people being drugged, people being killed, people being fights, beat up. Like, you got a curfew on a beach. You're in Miami and you got a curfew because y'all don't know how to act as adults, because y'all act like because y'all haven't been outside in a year. Now that you're out, you acting like goddamn animals. Next thing, we got people running around like zombies off bath salt again. That's next. I know. I break off into these tangents. I apologize. People get on my nerves. But the fact that you've been fighting a war on Indonesia on Bali since 2002 is ridiculous. Attacks aimed at foreigners have been largely replaced in recent years by smaller, less deadly strikes targeting the government, police, and anti-terrorism forces and people militants consider as infidels. So they said police have identified one of the Sunday's attackers only by his initial, L. Agent L was the Men in Black, apparently. Agent K and J, who they believe, it's not funny, I know, but I can't help but throwing a little quick joke in there sometimes, who they believe was connected to a 2019 suicide attack that killed 23 people at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Cathedral in the Philippine province of Sulu, Prabowo. Man, that's a lot of words to say for a church title. See, my church is First Baptist Church of Lenard. That's 5. I guess that ain't too bad. Our Lady of Mount Carmel Cathedral in the Philippine province of Sulu. Like, that's a lot. That's a long. That's the title on there must cover an indentation for like beginning of the paragraph, and then like 3 lines. I know. I'm trying to bring some type of humility to a very terrible situation. He said the 2 attackers were linked to a group of suspected militants arrested in Makassar on January 6th, when the police counterterrorism squad shot and killed 2 suspected militants and arrested 19 others. Members of the squad were initially supposed to arrest the 2 slain men for their alleged role in the Philippine suicide bombing. It's really sad. Really sad, man. Again, they're bombing churches. I'm so happy that this book came in today. Well, it came in on the 25th, but I found it in my mailbox today. This book is amazing. I cannot wait to read it. It's about these religions. And I just don't understand, guys, how people are arguing religion. It's just like arguing favorite football teams. It's like arguing what's your favorite meal? What's your time of day? It's opinions. It's opinions. Why can't we come to the table and educate each other? Why do I have to be mad at you because you believe in A and I believe in D? It's just stupid. It's stupid. People are dying. This not one person. These are 20, 30, 40, 50, 200, 300, 1,000, 600. People are, these not like, people are dying. And I'm not ready to go. I just feel like, it's like, you expect people, humans, to do better, but ultimately we can't. We're never going to do better. I'm sorry. We're never. There's always going to be hatred for the 100 people that want peace. There's another 1,000 that just woke up this morning with hate filling their heart. They just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. They can't help it. And fighting over religion and bombing churches, something that's supposed to be a holy place, is bullcrap. And your message isn't getting across. Killing innocent people isn't getting across. Killing the little kids that have nothing to do with your argument and your fight. I don't feel you. You don't touch my heart. You anger me. You're not touching me by killing innocent people. You're not touching me by blowing up a church. Nah. If you want the government, go get the government. I'm not saying I'm not seconding it, but I'm showing these third world countries the government is even worse than ours. So if you want to play this like John Wick, then do it with the people that's causing you problems. But you blowing up churches for what? With the pastor, the reverend, did he touch you when you was back 20 years ago and you're just trying to repay revenge? What is your reasoning for attacking churches? You know there's kids in there. You know there's elderly people in there. You know there's people that don't even know what you're arguing about. They don't even have a clue in the world. And here you come like a thief in the night and take them out and injure people. And how do you go home and feel good about yourself? How do you sit in jail and be like, yes, I did my job? No, you didn't. You didn't do your job, because your job is not to come on this earth and create destruction and madness and chaos. It's to reproduce and fall in love and make something of yourself. But maybe that's just me. I don't know what it is about my legs. I keep moving. I keep hitting my desk. So I apologize. I keep making my damn screen shake. This right here, stay tuned. Don't you go nowhere. This right here is why I do not listen to certain music. This is why I don't idolize people. Look at this. And before I show you, just know people show you who they are. They say who they are in their music. They show you who they are through imagery. But look at this. Nike. Nike is going to come out with a shoe. It's called the Satan shoe. Nike has partnered with performing artist Lil Nas X. Look at this picture. Don't even look at my face. Look at the pentagram. Look at the pentagram in the shoes. Nike has partnered with performing artist Lil Nas X to create a limited edition Satan shoe that is said to contain a drop of human blood. There's a video that I chose not to watch of him, I guess, twerking on a Satan statue. Nike says that while the shoes are sold as Nikes, the company has nothing to do with the creation or sale of the Satan shoes. But they do have a swoosh on them, and they are licensed by Nike. Lil Nas X is a rapper and songwriter. Who cares? I don't care. And then, according to TMZ, the shoe has a Bible verse on the side that says Luke 10:18 concerning Satan's fall from heaven. They also have the number 666 on the stern of the shoes, which have a suggested retail price of $1,018, and which come in a box that has a decidedly hellish theme. Can I just sit and can I just make this face for a second? I need Russell Westbrook for this one. Help me out, Russ. Give me the face.
One of them. Yeah, he's looking like, did that just happen?
Satan shoe with a drop of blood, with 666 on them, with pentagrams on them. This is what we got to deal with. But we all going to support Nike. Huh? We are all going to keep buying Nikes. I just bought some the other day. 2 pair. They're going to be in the mail. They'll be here on the 4th. And I can't wait. I'm not going to tell you. All my shoes, I've never seen anybody wear my shoes, which is a good thing. So I'll be trying to look for them. Somebody is on here commenting 666 and I don't know what all this stuff is. Maybe he's possibly hexing me or something, but there's a comment on here. This right here. Oh, y'all can see it. There it is. What does that mean? This is he giving me 666. He's saying, I guess that's Spanish. He finishes with 666. His picture is it's a pinch or something. It's not a pentagram. It's a pentagram is without the circle. I forgot when there's a circle around it, there's something else. It means something different. But that's a comment that I got on my video. I just saw it over there. I don't know what it means, but if you're trying to put a hex on me, I rebuke you in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name. Thank you. Yeah, I went to church. Thank you. So I just think that's ridiculous to come out with some shoes, talking about some 666 pentagrams, and a lot of kids look up to this dude. Halle Berry. I didn't even know Halle Berry was paying child support. Oh my gosh. I just had the greatest topic, and I just accidentally skipped it. There's a man that has a real upside down face. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. So the man that's on Family Guy, he's real. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. The dude has an upside down face. Anyways, Halle Berry, right? Let's get to Halle Berry. She's paying $16,000 in child support. Halle Berry. I ain't know Halle Berry was paying $16,000 in child support. That's crazy. That's right, because when you pay child support to the person that makes more money, or the person that has the kid. I don't know. Let's see. Halle Berry, yeah, you'll pay for the person that has the custody of the kid. Halle Berry's child support payments to Gabriel Aubrey have been halved. The 54-year-old actress have been paying the model, who is the father of her 13-year-old daughter, Nala, $16,000 a month since 2014. But she has been able to renegotiate the terms of the settlement and will now hand over $8,000 a month in arrangement, which went into effect on March 1st. In addition, according to the blast, Holly will also give Gabriel a retroactive support payment of $85,000 and will pay his legal fees of $5,000. Why? The Monsters Ball star will continue to pay for Nala's private school tuition and her health insurance, and if her annual income exceeds $1.9 million in any given year, she must hand over additional child support to Gabriel. Why? I'm just trying to understand. Like, that's super stupid. The former couple has also agreed to settle any future disputes with any private judge to avoid going through the court system and have agreed to exchange annual income information. The agreement comes a month after Holly, who also has a 7-year-old son, Maceo, with ex-husband. She got a lot of ex-husbands. Oliver Martinez branded child support payments extortion and insisted both parents need to take financial responsibility for their children, and the parents swiped at their former partner. Holly has shared a meme on Instagram which read, "Women don't owe you SHIT," attracting a lot of comments from her followers. I understand some parents, man or woman, may need help, but also feel in these modern times, both men and women have responsibility to financially take care of their children and work hard and make effort to do so. Yes, she's very right. And you're a man and you're a model and you apparently have your own career going, for you to just be, happily taking this big chunk of money is kind of corny, bro. Like, people are corny. Everything comes down to money at the end of the day. Your kids aren't a paycheck, but then they are a paycheck to some people. And I really do feel bad that Holly Berry has to pay this guy $16,000 or $8,000 a month. And if she ever makes over $1.9 million, she has to give him extra money. It just said he's a model. What is he, retired? What, he can't get a job? What, he can't go do something for himself? Like, he better start doing cameos or something and making some money doing video, a Twitch stream. What are you talking about? How do you, like, is Holly Berry even active acting anymore? How is she paying for this? Moving forward. So they keep bringing back up George Floyd. And I'm going to keep talking about it every time they do, especially when I see something stupid. George Floyd's toxicology report pinned to Black History Month display at Duke. Let's see why. Duke University is investigating how a printout of George Floyd's toxicology report with comments insinuating his death was related to drugs ended up pinned to a Black History Month bulletin board displayed on campus. The flyer was found Saturday pinned to a display honoring Black victims of police violence and was inscribed with handwritten remarks in pink pen that said, "Mix of drugs, presents and difficulty breathing, overdose, good man." Oh, excuse me. Mix of drugs, presents and difficulty breathing, exclamation point, overdose, question, good man, question, use of fake currency is a felony. Floyd, who died after a police officer knelt on his neck for more than 8 minutes, had allegedly used a counterfeit $20 bill at a Minneapolis store before his death. The incident sparked massive anti-racism protests across the country. You see? Constant hatred. It can't end. This man's been dead for over a year. And you can't let it go. And just like I had said, I heard a few days ago that some coward that went to some church and hung a noose in the middle of the night. And I'm supposed to get upset or impressed. I'm not impressed or I'm not upset with either. Because if you had any balls in your pants, yeah, them things, them two things that just swing and bounce around, you had any of those in your pants, you will walk up to that church while all those Black people are standing out front and you would hang that noose. That's all I'm saying. Same thing about this person. I would respect you if during the day of campus, you went up, stamped that on there and wrote your notes while people are standing around to see you. I respect you. But you do it in the nighttime when nobody can see you. You're a coward, and I don't feel you. Show me your hatred. Speak it out. Say it. Show me who you are. Don't be a punk. Don't be a coward. Don't hide in the shadows like Batman. No. Tell the people who you are. Show me your hatred to my face. I'll respect you. But to do the disrespectful stuff around the corner and coming around at night, you're not impressing me. You're not scaring us. You're the scared one. Because if you had any balls, you would do it during the day. You would do it while we're standing there. But you know what would happen. You know someone would slap your face. So you do it at night. Oh, I made a statement. Oh, I didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't make a statement. The only statement you made to me is that you're scared and you're a punk and you're a coward and you're filled with hate. And I feel bad for you. You're ignorant. And I feel bad for your parents. Who raised you? Who raised you? Who raised you to walk around with so much hatred in your heart for somebody who has a different color of you? Why? Why do you hate us? Should I go there? Should I go to why? Because they say that we're more endowed than you. Are you mad of that? Are you mad because they say that we're more athletic and there's some super athletic white people. There's some endowed white men somewhere. I mean, like, what is the true hatred? It's like from us and you. I just don't get it. What is it? We like fried chicken and you like baked chicken? What? What? We're from the inner cities and you're from the suburbs. What is it? Because I make friends with all types of people. And I mean, for the most part, black people are we cool with everybody. I just don't get why it's like this hatred towards us. You felt that it was going to be a powerful statement for you to go and put this on this dead man who can't defend himself. It just gets sickening, man. I'm tired of the race, which is why I'm going to do my interracial couples Hefe files. I can't wait because I want somebody to come on there and say something ignorant. Come on here and share your ignorance and let people know who you are. People should be, whether you're gay, straight, whether you're trans, whether you're in the middle, you should be happy with whatever you want to do in your life. You should not have to worry about being judged. You should not have to worry about somebody pointing their finger at you. You should be happy to be the person that you want to be. It's very sad that people won't allow you to be the person that you want to be. They want to tell you who you should be. No, be yourself. Be yourself. Just make good decisions. Don't take shortcuts. That's my only thing. The shortcuts will only lead you quickly into jail or dead or in a bad situation that you shouldn't even put yourself in. Be patient. Trust me. I've taken the shortcuts and they might have led to some quick results, but ultimately, I should have just been patient. And now that I am, everything is coming in its time. It's coming in its time. Excuse me. Olympian Florence Griffith Joyner tragically dies at 38. I don't want to read the rise and fall of her. I just wanted to acknowledge, rest in peace, Miss Joyner. Just to try to talk about her good news, the good things about her. She was the best female track and field athlete of all time, because of this sport. She found love with fellow athlete Al Joyner, whom she wed in 1987. She sparked interest in running at a young age. At 14, she won the Jesse Owens National Youth Games. Her fascination with running continued in high school and college. She became a track star at the University of California, Los Angeles, after transferring from California State University. During her time, her love for the sport grew big. In 1982, she emerged champion for the 200-meter run at the National Collegiate Athletic Association. Association. After a year, she finished top of the 400-meter in the same event. A seasoned athlete, Griffin Joyner competed in track and field at the Seoul Olympics, whatever, in South Korea in 1988. It was where she dominated the sport. She scored a 1070 in the semifinals and 1054 in the finals for the 100-meter category. She also shattered the world record for 200 meters, lowering the time to 21:34. She took home 3 gold medals and a silver. The unimaginable record prompted speculations that she used performance-enhancing drugs. Despite the suspicion, Joyner's testing samples were clean. More suspicions continued. All right, well, I don't want to go, So we get the point. She dominated the sport. Now she's gone, man. Sorry to rest in peace to the family. Prayers go out to her. Michael Rainey reveals traffic stop recording with police officer. I swear that camera saved my life. I didn't hear about this, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, definitely got to read about this. So actor Michael Rainey shared a wild experience he had with a police officer after he was apparently pulled over for a routine traffic stop. This guy was about to shoot me. I swear that camera saved my life. Look what he does as soon as he looks into the lens. Someone please send me his precinct or whatever if you know. These power tripping ass police need their badge taken. Unlawful traffic stop. I wanted to see if there was video, but I didn't see it. Rainey went on to say the officer didn't even explain why he was being pulled over and that he had his hand on his gun. Didn't even pull me over. Didn't even tell me what I was being pulled over for. Just came to whip, yelling and stuff with his hand on his gun. This guy also said stop reaching while I was looking for my license. I guess he was trying to come over for a reason to shoot me. The tail end of the altercation was caught on camera, that of which Rainey believes saved his life. In another video he posted on Instagram story, Rainey stated that you couldn't be black in this world with a nice car success without being persecuted. This incident follows many suits of stories of camera possibly saving someone's life while at risk of police brutality. It does, and then it doesn't, because we also have people on camera being shot dead. Or, I'll never forget this one many years ago. This lady, she had called the police because her son, he was schizophrenic. He was wielding a knife. She couldn't get him to calm down or whatever the case was. So she called the police and she was asking the police to, basically get the situation in hand, under control. And the woman told him the man's schizophrenic. The police show up. They ask him to drop the knife. Obviously, he doesn't. And instead of tasering him or whatever the case is, they bust him. They just shoot him. Bow, 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 right in front of the mom. Right? Mom hollering. Because she didn't call y'all to kill her son. They shot him in his gut. He kind of fell over. And they still, even after shooting the man 3, 4, 5 times, still put the blade down. He all on his falling down on the ground. They putting his arms behind his back, putting the cuffs on. Right, he's dead. That's on camera. A lot of this stuff, George Floyd, man got his knee on his neck. That's on camera. So Michael Rainey got lucky. And he's right. A lot of times you can't be a black guy with a good car. We can go back to the story with me and Rod. Back in the day, Rod had this a white Lexus with the black guts. Mean job. And we was leaving the city gym, Bowie City Gym. Police officers pulled us over for no reason. And because Rod's name is like the same as his father, it was some crap. They made us get out the car and put us on the sidewalk, and like they take the car. It was something, man. It was just like we ended up having to walk back to the. It was ridiculous. Like it happens all the time. It's sad, like I said, that this happens, but it does, and people don't understand how difficult it is to be not only just a black person in America, but being a black male. So many times I've been told I have to have a certain look or I can't get this job and stuff. I'm like, why? Why do I have to have a certain look? I just went in there and this guy had spike hair, purple spike hair with gauges, and his earlobe was as big as a ring light. What do you like? How does he get the job? But you're telling me I have to have a clean cut? That's why I kept cutting my hair all these years. No, I'm not cutting my hair no more. I'm not doing it no more. I'm either gonna be my own boss, or you're just going to accept the way I look because I'm a great freaking worker and I get the job done. Not keep changing who I am to appease anybody anymore. Forget that. Real quickly, let's check this out. Did you see the knee bend on that hit? Woo! He could have broke his leg falling back like that. And then he hit him with the old King Kong overhand. Oof. Good job, Francis. Let me see. I know it starts with Ngannou. I want to see what him and John Bones Jones going to do. That's my boy. I just want John Jones to get his shot. People, he had do I still have that up? Because he was upset. He was upset because after the fight, he had put out a tweet where he was like, he had put out let's play, baby. And then he put out show me the money. And then he was like, Francis looks great. If I'm being honest, I wasn't really impressed by Stippy or Stip, whatever his name is. Tall challenge. Let's set something up. Go to 185. Question mark. I didn't gain all this weight for no reason. He was like, I understand Francis looked great tonight, but I'm definitely not stupid. Remember that. These are all his tweets. If anyone is wondering if I really want to fight, the answer is yes. I also really want to get paid. I quit the light heavyweight division, literally gained a massive amount of weight, and now people are saying I'm afraid. Everyone but me claiming that I'm afraid. All I asked was to get paid. So apparently after he said that, he wanted to get paid, people was like, oh, you're making an excuse. Like you don't want to fight the dude. Basically saying he's scared to fight, Ngannou, and he's basically responding saying like, he quit the light heavyweight division. He put on his weight. He wants to fight, but he's not going to fight for free, right? Which is true. And he's one of the best, greatest fighters, probably the greatest fighter they ever had. So if he wants to get paid, he should get paid. He said, I'll take the fight. I've always taken the fight. I'm just hoping we can actually do business this time. I want a boat too. Ha ha. When can a brother get a piece of the pie? He says, why does a fighter have to be afraid the second he mentions he wants to get paid his worth? What an insult. Conor McGregor wants big money. It's expected. John Jones wants money. Now he's scared. I've been working my butt off, gained all this weight. I've never lost a fight before. Now all of a sudden I'm scared. What BS? It's okay. Derek can have the fight. No need to rush a great thing. I've already had a Hall of Fame career. I'm going to need some bread. So somebody had put Dana already using Derek Lewis as leverage against you. So it's just like, I agree with him. Pay the man his money. If you're not going to pay him, don't bring his name up. He's not, he's very right. Conor McGregor, he wants a big payday. Everybody know that. It's no issue. That's why he went to boxing. So unless John Jones is going to switch over and fight Muhammad Ali, Or no. Well, let's be realistic. Muhammad Ali's dead. Fight what's my man? The big tall black dude that got super beat up. Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He can fight him for a mega, good payday real quick, good $75-100 million payday. I think that John Jones is a dog, so don't get him twisted. And Ngannou's a dog too. I'm not getting him twisted, but pay that man this bread, yo. Like, what are you talking about? People be tripping. What is that? I have this video recording here. I can't remember what it is. Let's see. There. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, I'll show that then. Matter of fact, hold on, real quick, because I didn't do something. Now I'm a little upset at myself. Sorry. Wait. 1 second. It's supposed to be 2 videos in there because there was a shot that Harrison Barnes. Hold up. There was a shot that Harrison Barnes had just hit on all right. 1 second. Sorry. 1 second. I'll be ready in 2 seconds. Okay, I lied. Not 2 seconds, but in a couple of seconds. Harrison Barnes hit this last second shot that was reminiscent of Christian Laettner when Laettner was in Duke. So I'm gonna upload it. I thought I did both. I got a couple of stories left. It's gonna trip you out. Hold up, let me see, where was I? This is a crazy story, and it's like I don't know if I should start it because if I move off what I'm doing on my phone here, the video is uploaded back. We're in there. All right, so here's the story. A New York man hospitalized with COVID for 2 months returns home to an empty apartment. Really? That's how y'all feel? Like, man was in the hospital and y'all took his home. Like, which I thought he passed away. A piano and a pet tortoise, whose name means Mr. Turtle in Japanese, were some of the only things that were spared, but neighbors are trying to make up for it with their generosity. An East Village man spent nearly 2 months in the hospital battling COVID-19, and when he returned home, he found his front door padlocked and his apartment almost completely empty. Rao Nago, Mr. Rao, was hospitalized on January 27th with COVID after he was found on the floor of his 5th floor walk-up, crying for help. As his condition improved, the 60-year-old was moved to a rehabilitation center to help him regain strength in his legs. On Wednesday, when he returned home, he went to use his key to open his door. It didn't work. The locks had been changed. When the building superintendent finally got there to open the door, all that was left inside was a piano and a few other things. It's like a nightmare, frankly, yeah, he told NBC New York. Records show that the building is owned in part by mega investor Barbara Corcoran, as well as former MLB star Alex Rodriguez. In a statement, Corcoran said that given how badly Mr. Nagoka's health had deteriorated, the state of his apartment had become a clear health hazard to the rest of the residents in the building. A neighbor described seeing crews going through Nagoka's apartment. It looked like stuff going to the dump. It was not things being handled with care. The man, who didn't want to be identified, said, "I don't think it merits throwing out someone's entire life, but documents with documents and everything." So what was spared was his pet tortoise, who his name means Mr. Turtle in Japanese. I guess they told him they didn't know where his other belongings went. So despite his losses, neighbors are making up for it with generosity, bringing him donated goods. Another neighbor started a GoFundMe page, which already raised more than $35,000, which Corcoran herself is one of the top donors. Hey, for all you people that donate to those GoFundMes, y'all some good people. You truly are. Because a lot of people be going through stuff and they start them GoFundMes and people come through for them. So that's amazing. I just found the only reason why I'm even going to report on this is because it's that they settled his settlement. They settled his estate with the Crips. I just wanted to get the background. So the late rapper's estate filed a lawsuit against the gang's corporate arm last summer. Nipsey Hussle estate have reportedly reached a settlement with the Crips over the Marathon Continues trademark. The late rapper's estate filed a lawsuit against the gang's corporate arm last Sunday. Last October, after the Crips. Are we talking about the Crips? Like Crip dance, Crip walking, the Crips, those guys. Is that what we're talking about? it says it says after the Crips filed a trademark for the slogan. The Crips have a slogan. The Crips are incorporated. They're a business. Hold on. They must be somebody in that group either super smart. I don't know what the Crips are a Fortune 500 business now. The Crips, they're applying for slogans. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like slogans like that. Like blue all day, bleed all day. I don't know. I'm just off the top of it. That is funny. Hustle's family claimed they already own several Marathon trademarks related to the Marathon clothing store in LA and vowed to fight for it. The rapper was shot and killed outside the store in March 2019. Now, according to TMZ, Hustle's brother, I'm not even going to, Samuel, ask me later what his last name is because that is difficult to say. Informed the Los Angeles County Court in writing yesterday, March 25th, the lawsuit is on its way to be completely resolved. Although both parties are believed to be ironing out the details, they are expecting to formalize the agreement in due course. There will absolutely be no trademark legal battle between their organization and Black Sam, brother of late Nipsey Hussle. The Crips communications director William King Hollis told The Blast in 2019. The Crips, respectively, vows to support the wishes of Lauren London and Nipsey's family. We realize that our actions may have been offensive, and we have reached out to his family, respectively. Nip's sister Samantha Smith. Even though they still gave out apology, they still haven't backed off what they're trying to get. But are we talking about the Crips? I got to go back to that. Are we talking about the Crips? It says with the Crips. Hold up, yo. The Crips. Like, that's crazy. This is crazier. Before I show this, let me say this. It's a crocodile. Now, for all you animal lovers, I'm sorry, I gotta eat it in a minute. Okay, right here, where the heart is. Yeah. So it's a crocodile eating a shark. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. So don't be offended by it. But I just started. I've never seen a crocodile eat a shark in one bite. Like, wow. So the monster crocodile swallows shark in one bite, chomping down with force 8 times stronger than the great white. My only problem is, how the hell you know how strong his bite is? How you know? So, extraordinary pictures have captured the moment. Enormous 1,500-pound crocodile consumed a bull shark in just one mouthful. This is him finishing them off right here. You can see the tail in his mouth. Yeah. That shark was fighting for his life, though. He was trying to get, you can see, look, he trying to get out of there. He like, look, he trying to dive through. He's like, come here. Then he's like, I got him. It was another picture where he like was trying to get out of that. Like the shark was like, yeah, he was, and apparently he didn't get away. I just thought that was pretty amazing. It says taken along the east coast of Australia, the crocodile can be seen approaching and then devouring its prey in an unlikely meeting of two apex predators. The bull shark, which can grow to about 7 feet in length, is pictured being tossed into the air with his grim fate imminent. Oh, so the crocodile threw him in the air. Once flipped upside down. Oh, yeah. You know, once a shark is turned upside down on his back, he's immobile. He's done. They go into a sleep or something. That's how the killer whales out there on the coast of California, that's how they be kicking the great whites butt. They just flip them over on their back. It's like a little group of them that know how to incapacitate the sharks. This group, they must be a legendary group of Aquaman. Like they've been around for thousands of years. So, once flipped upside down and locked between the jaws of the crocodile, there is sadly no escape as it meets its end. Crocodiles are known for having the most powerful bite in the animal kingdom. Really? I thought it was a hippopotamus. I keep switching it. With some species able to exert a force 8 times greater than that of a great white shark. So I just thought that was just amazing. And as I'm scrolling down, the pictures are quite savage. He just gulping them all up, and he doing all that. He ain't doing it. Bring me another one of those. Can I get another water, please? What was that? That's how he looking in the pictures. Can I get a toothpick, please? You got dessert? You got some? I had jellyfish cake. Oh no. Yeah. Whatever. We're winding down. We're winding down. We're winding down. So I thought this was funny. A time traveler. Yeah, I believe in time traveling. Time traveler claims to have visited 2027 and shares videos of human extinction with 1.3 TikTok followers. Oh, 1.3 million TikTok followers. So, this time traveler here. Excuse me. That was very disgusting. You know how you think it's going to be like a little come out your nose jump? No, I don't know what that was. TikToker Javier claims to travel 6 years into the future where all humans are extinct, and he regularly provides updates to his followers. So there's multiple pictures. It's a video showing the city of Valencia, and it's deserted. I can see the pictures. There's like nobody on the streets, nowhere, but there are cars, and the lights are still, I guess there's a traffic controller that's still working on the lights. Isn't that how the lights change? Then here's another picture. No one is in the shopping center, and there's literally nobody in the mall. Nobody there. So he said he posted his first video on February 13th showing the city of Valencia, Spain, empty without any humans around. He says, however, buildings and cars are still in place while electricity and the internet seem to be working just fine. Javier captioned his video, I just woke up in the hospital and I don't know what might have happened. Today is February 13th, 2027, and I am alone in the city. Humanity has been extinct. There is no one in shopping centers. He says before the recording cuts to an empty clothing store. And although the shop is deserted, the shelves are fully stacked somehow. Exactly, right? After his first post, more videos of empty city follow, where there is absolutely no human activity but electricity and internet connection remain available for the TikToker to be available to upload the videos. Javier claims that all electronic devices are exactly the same as in 2021, but now have the date of 2027. In another video shared the following day, the self-proclaimed time traveler asked for help from his followers. What could have happened? He's showing another empty somewhere. Then he's out at the beach, and uh, there's no boats out there, and there's no people at the beach. He says, "I keep trying to find human life. I'm starting to lose hope. Today I got something to eat. How long is this going to last? Mention in the comments who might be able to help me." So when asked by his followers how is it possible he still has light and internet if there are no humans around, the TikToker replied that he wasn't sure, but most likely there's a type of connection between 2021 and 2027. He claims he's stuck and is trying to find his way back to 2021. Well, if you believe in science fiction, enjoy. Small price to pay. Doctors learn more about COVID-19 side effects. You know I'm not letting it go. I ain't gonna let up on it. Every time I see something about this stuff, this tough, I'm gonna talk about it. So as more people receive COVID-19 vaccines, more is being learned about their side effects. Yale radiologist Dr. Regina Hooley told News 12 that some of the glands or lymph nodes in the armpits swell after receiving the vaccine, and that could sometimes be mistaken as a sign of breast cancer. She says technicians are aware of the reaction now and will take recent vaccinations into account upon visits. Dr. Hooley says the risk of waiting for your mammogram just aren't worth it. Many women have deferred their mammogram already because of the pandemic. Some who got the Moderna vaccine have reported red and swollen arms that don't show up until a week after the shot. Yale dermatologist Dr. Alicia Little says the rash is safe and fades after around 5 days. Doctors say the delayed side effects are no cause for concern, and they certainly shouldn't keep people from getting a shot in the arm. Might be a little inconvenience, but it's a small price to pay for being protected from coronavirus. So that's that. That is that there. And I'm gonna talk Gonzaga. You think Gonzaga gonna stay undefeated? Think they're gonna win it all? I'll say sure. That's what I'm gonna say. Not really a big college basketball fan anymore, but I'll say sure. Recently, Harrison Barnes just hit this game winner.
One pass, Barnes gets his look at look, and
Let's watch that one more time because that was nice.
one pass, Barnes gets his look at look,
And they were saying that shot was reminiscent to this old Christian Laettner shot right here.
There's the pass to Laettner. Puts it up. Yes!
The crowd certainly was full throats after that shot being made there, like in Duke. I think Harrison Barnes was a little bit more smoother. He caught it one fluid motion. Cash. Christian Laettner hit the he did a little bit of the bamba. A little bamba. He hit the turnaround. That was nice. Nice. And last thing I want to talk about. I watched this movie right here. Look Away. I have to say something. Who cares what the movie's about? Because I'm not even going to talk about what the movie's about. I'm going to talk about this one specific situation. In this movie, Look Away, the girl apparently sees like her mirror image is like has a life of his own apparently. Like it's her twin. Her image is evil twin image, mirror image. I don't know, whatever. So the girl is being depicted between 14 and 16 years old. 14, 16. That's how she's being presented. She's in high school. She's not a senior. She ain't come off like a junior. She looked like she's probably a sophomore. So probably 15 years old. In the movie, this 15-year-old has a masturbation scene, nude breast scene, nudity sex scene, and a full nudity vagina pubic bush breast scene. She's depicted as a 15-year-old girl. That's an issue. That's a problem. And we kind of, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels some way about that, but that needs to be taken out of movies. You cannot depict somebody in a movie as 14 to 16 years old. And in that said movie, she's masturbating. She's showing her nude breasts. She's having nude sex. And then you flash her whole nude body. Like I'm talking about drop her drawers, pubic bush, and nude breasts. She's supposed to be between 14 and 16. Who is this for? So if you ever check, I mean, I'm not saying go check it out, but look away. That's the movie where I saw it. I thought that was amazing. I thought that was amazing that they slid that in there real quickly. This little 15-year-old and she's naked. And I'm sitting there looking at the TV like, isn't she supposed to be a kid? Like, I know that obviously she's not if she's showing her naked body. She's clearly 18 plus. I think when she shot that movie, because I had to look her up, she might have been like 24 at the time. But she's playing some 10 years younger age. There's 10 years difference. So you shouldn't have her showing her body. It's just, anyways, that's all I really got. I'm done. Whatever. I just think that is ridiculous. Once again, man, shout out my brother for throwing his background together for me real quickery. I believe Wednesday, me and Ashley Brooks, we're going to do a video podcast. Oh, Ashley, man, it came up. She didn't, from where I met her in Northridge, when we was younger, to the woman that she is now, she's doing it. So I'm proud to bring her on and have a good conversation with her. So y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to keep eating my Thin Mints. Smoke weed.